And alright YouTube, what is going on guys? How are you doing? Welcome back to another video. In today's video guys, we are explaining, or I'm expressing, 3 ways that you yourself can find your passion or purpose in life, as I do believe we all have these passions which can ultimately lead to our purposes. I do believe they're somewhat intrinsically linked. So in this video I want to express some ideas or thoughts that may be resourceful to you guys in finding this passion or said purpose. Alright guys, so number 1, the first step to finding this passion or purpose, that is asking yourself, what did you like doing growing up? Okay, now I know this sounds extremely basic and like, oh David, why did I even click on this video? But hold up. Honestly, what did you like doing growing up? You know, was this sports? Was this soccer? Was this... And now the thing about this, guy, is asking yourself what you liked growing up. It could be anything, right? It's not necessarily just a tangible thing I'm talking about. It doesn't just have to be, well, you know, I was always into soccer. I was always into sports. It could be characteristic traits. It could be things or ways of being that you maybe emulated as you were a child growing up. And the reason I say a child growing up is because usually at this point, we don't have too many societal pressures on us, you know, more or less telling us how we should behave or how we should act. Does that make sense? We don't really have these stresses. We're kind of free to do what we want. So what did you like doing? What did you naturally do? You know, for me, which may sound a little silly, I was a huge gamer growing up, and I make this very clear if you guys are signed up to the newsletter. I was a massive gamer, and I don't necessarily mean gaming as far as like killing people in Call of Duty. I mean these massive RPG games. If you guys know RuneScape, Skyrim, Jak and Daxter, back on the PlayStation 2. This is literally how I spent my childhood. And I'm going to explain how this kind of relates to what I'm doing now, being a more creator coach, which is more or less kind of like a self-help coach. All of the games that I played, and this will give context to you guys, all of those RPG adventure games I played were all games that were based on a quest and adventure and leveling up your traits or your skills. If you guys play Skyrim or RuneScape, you know this. That was literally my life. I was upstairs, my little PlayStation 2, at like 5, 6, 7 years old, all the way up to I was maybe around 12, and I would just level up these characters. I was obsessed with it. So I believe that is a big reason why I'm so into fitness, health, self-help, philosophy, psychology, things like this today where I can give you guys resource. I loved leveling myself up in these games, and that kind of transferred over to leveling myself up in real life, as funny as that may sound, okay? Another big passion I had growing up was being outdoors. I was obsessed with it, whether that was camping with my family, my dad, going out in the Rouge Valley, hikes, nature, being alone. I also run another business, which is called David Hammond Visuals, which is a photography and videography business. A ton of that is outdoors, right? I loved... If you guys play Skyrim and RuneScape, you know it's all outdoors. It's in like the most beautiful landscapes and scenery possibly created, in my opinion. Maybe I sound like a nerd right now. I don't really play them too much anymore, but that was my childhood. And that is a huge amount of those traits now carry over into my tangible life right now. So ask yourself, what did you like doing? Right? Maybe your thing was sports. Maybe it wasn't sports. But write this down. Begin to dissect who you really are. So that's what we're really coming back to at the end of the day. Who you really are, okay? Number 2, the second way to finding your passion or purpose / craft in life. This is to ask yourself, what are you slightly better at than most people? Okay, now a big reason why I believe a lot of us don't go after our quote-unquote dreams or our, passions or really things that we are naturally inclined at, good at, is because we believe that in order to go, by the way, we have the T, that in order to chase these quote-unquote dreams or these passions or pursuits, that for some reason we have to be anomalies. We have to be, 10 years better than everyone else, or there's no point trying. And that is the farthest thing from the truth. That doesn't make any sense at all. The reality is with Creator Coaching Academy, what I do is one of my businesses. You as a creator, you only have to be about 10% better than most people at your desired specific craft. That's it. You just have to be one step ahead of the masses, okay? So if your thing is soccer or sports, well, you really only have to know just a few things more than the average person. And the reason I say that is because with you now being one step ahead, that one step is able to help and coach and teach the rest of the masses. So a little tool or trick that I say to friends or clients is, if you're not sure what you're good at, right? You don't know what you're, 10% better at. Look at your immediate family or therefore social circle, your friends. What do they categorize you as? What do they categorize you good at, right? Are you the friend that's, as an example, you're the friend that's always really good at giving life advice, being super compassionate, and you always seem to have the answer, right? That was kind of me growing up. Not, being as completely honest and humble as I possibly can. I just naturally had a lot of almost philosophical life answers to people's problems. I was a healer. I loved helping people, level up their lives. Maybe your thing, I have friends that are extremely good at numbers and business and technicalities. They're extremely rational. I was just with one of my friends, right? Are you good at that? Do your friends notice you are just very good with these figures and numbers? Are you someone that's maybe very good at being a leader? You're extremely determined. You're very loud and bold and extroverted, and maybe you love being the center of attention. I'm not saying this is me. I'm quite introverted myself, We're all good at natural different things. So ask your friends what you're good at if you yourself do not know what you're good at yourself, because we all have gifts, okay? We all excel at some things and we all don't. And that's okay. It really doesn't matter what you're not good at. What are you good at? And the faster you can find that out, the better, right? There are a lot of things I'm not good at. And that's why it's, I'll explain in different videos. It's actually good to have friends who are all good and better at different things, because we can all help each other level up. It's like Pokemon. This may sound a little silly, but if you're like a fire type Pokemon, I have friends that are fire type Pokemon. I may be a water type Pokemon. You may be a grass type Pokemon. We're all different. Okay, but I guarantee you are a Pokemon of some sort. I know this may sound super strange. It's just finding out what that is. Because if I'm a water Pokemon, but my entire life I try to portray or be a fire Pokemon, well, then I'm going to fail. There is nothing you can do about that. It's like that Einstein quote. If you judge a fish's ability to climb a tree, it's going to believe its whole life that it's an idiot, right? Well, it's not really its fault. It's meant to swim. Does that make sense? So, what are you good at? 10% better than most people at. And that's all you need. You just need to be one step ahead, because you have to remember that as you grow and evolve, so does everyone else, right? As long as you're one step ahead and you remain to be one step ahead, even as the masses evolves and grows, if you're just that one step ahead, you will be successful in your craft or passion, okay? That is number 2. And the third thing, guys, the third step or question you should ask yourself as a creator or an individual. This may sound a little, philosophical, and I know a lot of people don't like thinking this way because it's quote unquote not the reality. Excuse me. It's that Alan Watts quote, right? I might bash it, but you guys maybe know what I'm going to say. If money were no option, right, or object, if money were no object, meaning let's just say for a second it didn't exist, it didn't matter, right? It really didn't matter. You had an infinite amount of money. That was not an issue. Right? Kind of going back to like you're a kid. You didn't have to worry about this, okay? Let's just play pretend just for a second. I know your brain is fighting you and it's saying, no, stop it. That's not the reality. Just for a second, if money were no option, okay? You had all that you needed. Tons, okay? Never had to worry about it. What would you want to do, right? What would you want to do? And I guarantee you, a lot of you guys watching this, an idea popped into your head, right? But the first thing we do is we tell ourselves that it's not realistic. And then the rationality of our mind comes back to saying, stop, money, it's real. It's a reality. And I'm not saying it's not a reality. I just think there's a bit more to life than just black and white, right? So that's the third thing you should ask yourself. I've had a very hard time finding out what I want to do in life. Very, very tricky time. This is why I've started, stopped, failed, tried multiple businesses. I've been in and out of school. I've been in and out of multiple jobs. Like, it's not something that's extremely easy, and it's not something that just comes to us. And this is where I want to finish the video. Our passions, our ideas, our sense of self really is what we're trying to find. Is not something that's just revealed. Aha, this is who I am. These are my traits. I am this type Pokemon. I love this. My entire childhood, I love doing this. And therefore, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to make bank and live the rest of my life amazing. It can happen that way, but that takes a long, long time, and that's the pursuit that I'm trying to go on, and I think all of you guys are. But it doesn't happen overnight. I've been at this whole self-development journey trying to find out and figure out who I am, my real passions, my real service to the world, for nearly 7 years. I started back when I was 15, and I am close to 22 now. So I make these videos to hopefully help you guys as creators on your journey to finding that passion, to maximizing who you are as an individual, and best serving that to the world. Because we all have passions and purposes. I don't care who you are, how old you are, how young you are. You didn't just come here for no reason. So anyways, I'm going to finish it there. I hope this video helped. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And as always, guys, you can check out the creator courses down below. The creator courses, for some of you who are maybe new here, they're courses designed to help all of you guys as creators optimize your health, your mindset, find your passions, and best serve that to the world, okay? It's an entire step-by-step process I call the 4 areas of growth, which is always linked down below. Also, guys, there is now, I finally brought it back, there is creator coaching. So if you guys find ideas like this, whether that's leveling up your health, mindset, business, or relationships as a creator useful, then you can check out one-on-one coaching down below. So that's that, guys. I love you all. I hope this helped. Please do apply it. Comment down below if you have any questions. I would love to answer it. And yeah, that's it. I know this will help. So write a list, find out who you are, and run it. That's that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all. Till then, much love. Peace.